So now we're going to begin adding our modules. The first thing we want to do is we've opened up this blank program that we created earlier. We're going to right click on it. We've got to add our device net, so we're going to right click on it and click new module. That's going to bring up our catalog numbers right here. And clear filters on modules. Clear filters. Show filters. Might have to hit show filters. So we're adding our DeviceNet card, and I want to dig through all that. So I want to uncheck all of these boxes. It's the easiest thing to do, and then just click here. And I should only have one option, that DeviceNet scanner card. What you got? Click catalog. Show filters. And now uncheck the main box at the top and clear them all out. Now check them. Now check just communication and Allen Bradley. Now click on that and hit create. Because I don't want to dig through all that. So that was a way for me to filter all that. Because I don't know how many. I don't know. There's probably 1,000 modules I could add. So we're going to hit create. We're going to go ahead and leave it at major revision 4. That would be printed on the side of the card. I know ours are compatible with revision 4. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to hit OK. We're going to give it a name. I'm going to call it DeviceNet. Underscore, no space. We have our revision number. We're going to leave that alone. We can change that later, by the way. If it doesn't work out, we can go out there and figure out what it is and change it later. It's not going to hurt anything. Compatible keying, we talked about that earlier. That says that means that firmware version is compatible. That's default. In fact, you should not mess with anything in here besides the name. Everything should be default. And then we're going to hit OK. Here we talked about our major fault on controller. Connection fails while in run mode. We want that checked because we lose communication to the network. It's probably important. We need to shut everything down. We're going to hit OK. And there it is. It's made our expansion I/O under the local bus right here. All right. So make sure you get that added. Has everybody got that added? We'll go on to the drive next. Make sure everybody gets caught up. This is the umpteenth time I've recorded this, apparently, so let's make sure it's still recording. I'll do this again. Then you'll have a nice video to refer to. Okay, everybody's got this added, correct? Next, we're going to add a drive over Ethernet. So we're going to come over here to our Ethernet. We're going to right-click on it, select New Module. Okay. And we can, mine is under Favorites, so it's going to be a PowerFlex 40-E connected via the little optional Ethernet module, but you're going to have to find that. So we're going to uncheck all of this but Allen Bradley, and we're going to uncheck all of this but our drives, which should be down here, drive. And then I'm going to browse through here all of these numbers. If you don't already have it in Favorites, when you click on it, you can add to Favorites and it'll be over here. So find it. Which one? It is going to be this one. Find that, PowerFlex 40E. Click on it and click Add to Favorites, and then it'll be the only one under there probably. It's in there somewhere. There you go. Click Add to Favorites. And once you click it, it should be under there. All right, and once we get it there, we'll click on it and hit Create. We should get another window. create. Once we create it, it's going to come up with our configuration for this module that we need to add and set up. First thing we're going to do is give it a name. I'm going to call mine Drive, the capital, D-R-I-V-E. My IP address is going, the way I have these set up, I've already configured the IP address on these modules, is one more than your processor. You see that number up there that says 53 on the end oscillate? Don't use that one, that's mine. So if your processor is 58, your IP address for your drive will be 59. We'll also need to change our definitions. If you don't have the option for 6.2, you can go ahead and create a database by looking it up. I'll go ahead and we'll go through and see if we can create a database. I know the drive's faulted. I'll go ahead and pick my drive. And let's see, we're going to select English. It's going to go out there and scan the drive and make a firmware revision for it. So pick a name, call it drive, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, he's got to this point and stuff. Oh, okay. You guys are sharing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
No. We want to check it. Once you get it created, I want you to go to connection, and I want you to fault this thing if you unplug it. Click fault. So click on connection. Click connection. I know you're not done. Click connection. See where that says major fault on communication loss? Make sure you check that box because that's very important. If that drive blows up and it doesn't see it, and it's part of a linear system that was required to run, and you don't check that box, then you're going to have one heck of a mess. And we'll wait. We've already created this. This went ahead and scanned our database, and we created one. We don't have to do it, but we didn't have it, and this will keep us from having to download it. Make sure we check this connection right here to major fault. Very important. This is if it's just running if it's running something that's not important, don't check it. But if it's something very important, check it. Major fault. We're going to hit OK. Then we will hit create. Looks like I thought I gave this. I don't know why it's asking for it twice. But it's okay. So we should have our drive right here. We're going to go communications, who active. My IP address is 52. I will set my project path and I will download it. Yours will not be 52. Don't download your program to mine. Pick a different one. Whatever we looked at earlier.
You get okay on this?
You probably want to change that module to 6.2. It has the option. That drop down to 6.2. Select it. Hit OK. It's already created for you. Yes. And then hit your connection to make sure you fault if it gets unplugged. So that major fault. Hit OK. You've already added it. Hit cancel. You've added it twice. I don't know what's happening there, but don't worry. Hit OK. I see it down here, right here. So hit cancel here. Hit close.
You close?
Yeah, close everything. Probably glitched when I tried to do that. Just right here. So right click on it and go to properties. And make sure that fault, click on connection. See your firmware, you're gonna have to change it. So click that box, click general tab at the top, and change the revision number to 6.2 so it'll work. Now download that one. Okay. And so once I get that downloaded, if I go into run mode, it will, if everything's good, I'll have an IO light steady. Notice that it has created a predefined controller tag for both the device net and the drive. So it has created some things for me to look at. And it's also created that extra card that is now in slot 4. And so that ends the broadcast. We'll go ahead and stop that.